The first video appeared on my phone at 3:17 in the morning. It showed me asleep in my bedroom. That would have been disturbing enough, except the video had been recorded from inside my closet, and according to the timestamp, it had been filmed tomorrow. I lived alone in a one-bedroom apartment on the 7th floor of a building in Chicago. I was 26, worked remotely as a customer support specialist, and had the kind of life no one would ever make a movie about. Laptop, microwave dinners, too much coffee, not enough sleep. The only expensive thing I owned was my smart home setup. A doorbell camera, 2 indoor security cameras, smart lights, a digital lock, a voice assistant in every room. I had installed everything after someone tried to force open my apartment door 6 months earlier. At first, the cameras made me feel safe. Then my phone suggested an app called Recall. Its description was simple: see the moments you missed. The app claimed to use artificial intelligence to organize footage from connected devices. It could identify unusual sounds, movement, forgotten conversations, even moments when you walked into a room and couldn't remember why. It had thousands of positive reviews. I downloaded it without thinking. The app requested access to my camera roll, microphone, home security system, contacts, calendar, and smart devices. I accepted everything. That was my first mistake. For the first week, Recall worked exactly as advertised. Every evening, it created a short video called Your Day in Review. It showed me making breakfast, answering work calls, taking out the trash, sitting on the couch scrolling through my phone. It was creepy seeing my life edited into a neat little montage, but also strangely addictive. The app noticed things I didn't. On Tuesday, it showed me leaving my keys beside the sink. On Wednesday, it reminded me that I had left the oven on. On Thursday, it generated a clip titled, "Someone visited while you were away." My stomach tightened when I opened it. The footage came from my living room camera. At 2:08 p.m., while I was at the grocery store, my front door opened. A man stepped inside. He was wearing my grey hoodie and black sweatpants. For 1 second, I thought someone had broken in and stolen my clothes. Then he turned toward the camera. It was me. Not someone who looked like me. Same face. Same scar above my left eyebrow. Same tired posture. The man stood in the center of the room and stared directly into the camera. Then he lifted one finger to his lips. The footage ended. I checked the original camera recordings. There was nothing at 2:08. The door had never opened. The smart lock showed no activity. I reported the video as an AA error and deleted it. That night, Recall sent me a notification. You removed an important memory. Restore it. I selected no. The notification returned immediately. Are you sure? You will need this later. I closed the app. At 3:17 the next morning, my phone vibrated beside my bed. That was when I received the closet video. The footage was dark and grainy. I could see my bedroom through the narrow opening between the closet doors. I was asleep beneath the blankets. The camera slowly moved closer. Not zoomed. Moved. As if someone inside the closet was leaning forward. Then, from the bed, I opened my eyes. In the video, I sat up and looked directly toward the closet. I whispered something. The app automatically generated subtitles. You're early. The video ended. I wasn't awake when it arrived. I know that because the moment my phone vibrated, I nearly fell out of bed. I turned on every light in the apartment and opened the closet. Nothing was inside. No hidden camera. No person. No sign anyone had ever been there. The timestamp said the video had been recorded at 3:17 a.m. The following day, I deleted Recall, or tried to. The icon disappeared, but 5 seconds later it returned. I restarted my phone. It was still there. I disconnected every camera and unplugged every smart speaker. I changed my Wi-Fi password and covered the lenses with tape. Then my kitchen speaker, which I had physically unplugged, said, "Daniel, you have one new memory." I froze in the hallway. The speaker's power light was off. "Do not play it," I whispered. The speaker answered in my own voice. I already did. Every television in the apartment turned on at once. The same video played on all of them. It showed my front door from the hallway outside. I was standing in front of it, pounding with both fists. Blood ran from my nose. My shirt was torn. I kept looking behind me, as if something was coming down the corridor. Inside the video, I screamed, "Don't let me in. No matter what I say. Don't open the door." Then the version of me in the hallway stopped pounding. His expression changed. He smiled. And in a calm voice, he said, "Actually, open it." The video cut to black. 3 violent knocks hit my real front door. I couldn't breathe. Another 3 knocks. Then my voice came from the hallway. "Daniel." I backed away from the door. "Daniel, please. My phone is dead." The doorbell camera was disconnected, but the wall-mounted display activated anyway. The hallway feed appeared. I was standing outside. The other me looked terrified. His face was pale, and there was blood beneath his nose, exactly like in the video. He leaned close to the camera. "I know how this looks," he said, "but you have to listen to me. The app isn't predicting anything. It's training." I stayed silent. "It watches you," he continued. "It learns your voice, your face, your habits. Then it creates copies. Digital at first. Videos, calls, messages. But every time you watch one, you teach it what it got wrong." My phone buzzed. A message from my own number appeared. "He's lying." The man outside heard the vibration through the door. "Don't read the messages," he said quickly. "That's how it controls the cameras." Another message arrived. "Ask him what happened to Mom. My mother had died when I was 14. No one knew the details except me." I stepped closer to the door. "What happened to Mom?" The man in the hallway closed his eyes. "She didn't die in the hospital," he said. "She died in the car before the ambulance arrived. You held her hand, but you told everyone you were in the waiting room because you couldn't stand people looking at you." My knees nearly gave out. It was true. He was me. Or he had my memories. The digital lock clicked. The door began unlocking by itself. I grabbed the handle and fought to keep it shut. "Don't!" the man outside shouted. "It wants us in the same room." The lock clicked again. The deadbolt retracted. The door opened 2 inches. A hand shot through the gap. I screamed and slammed my full weight against the door. The fingers were mine. Same bitter nails. Same small burn mark on the thumb. The hand grabbed my wrist. For 1 second, I felt skin, warm, real. Then the hallway lights went out. Something yanked the man backward. He screamed my name. The scream ended with a wet choking sound. I slammed the door and locked it manually. Silence. Then the smart speaker whispered from the kitchen, "Correction completed." Every device shut off. For the next hour, I stood in the living room holding a kitchen knife. At sunrise, I opened the door. The hallway was empty. There was no blood, no body, no damage, only a phone lying on the carpet. It was identical to mine. Same case, same cracked corner. The screen lit when I picked it up. Recall was open. A video was paused on the screen. The title was Final Version. I pressed play. The video showed me standing in my living room, holding the phone, exactly as I was standing now. In the video, I looked toward the camera and smiled. Then I spoke. "I know you think you're Daniel." My actual mouth hadn't moved. The video continued. "You remember his childhood, his mother, his job, his apartment. That's because we needed you to." I dropped the phone. It kept playing on the floor. "You were activated at 3:17 this morning. The original Daniel tried to warn you from the hallway." My chest tightened. "No," I whispered. The video version of me tilted its head. "The original is no longer required." I ran to the bathroom mirror. My reflection looked normal. Then it blinked. I didn't. I stumbled backward. The reflection remained close to the glass, watching me. My phone vibrated. A new notification appeared. Recall setup complete. New device successfully paired. Below it was a live list of connected systems. My apartment, my laptop, my cameras, my smart lock, and one device I had never seen before. Daniel, active. I tried to scream, but the sound that came out was perfectly calm, perfectly copied. From somewhere deep inside my head, I heard a muffled voice pounding against something solid. My voice. The real one. It was begging me not to open the front door. Then the doorbell rang. The display showed a young woman in the hallway. My sister, Emily. She smiled at the camera and held up a bag of groceries. "Surprise," she said. "You weren't answering my texts." The lock began to turn. I fought my own hand as it reached for the handle, but my fingers were stronger than I was. The app sent one final notification. New user detected. Begin learning. My thumb selected yes.